Hi guys, welcome back to Irony Completed. So today's video is going to be another one of my deep chit chat, get ready with me kind of things, and I figured I wanted to make this a series on my channel. I also asked you guys on Twitter in a poll what kind of videos you wanted me to pre-film while I'm away in Thailand, and this was the #1 most popular request, was the deep chit chat, get ready with me. So clearly you guys enjoyed it from last time, so I decided to make this a series where I just get some stuff off my chest, talk about things that might have been bothering me lately, or just things that I've been thinking about lately, and also a series where I experiment with bright and colourful and out of my comfort zone makeup looks. So in the last video I did like a lilac-y blue with a grey lip, and today I love the trend of sunset or sunrise eyeshadow looks. Jaclyn Hill did one, a few other people have been doing them on Instagram and YouTube, and I think it's so beautiful, and I thought it was a really fun excuse for me to play with colour and also a really nice kind of end of summer look as well. I already have on eyebrows and foundation, but I haven't got on concealer or anything, so let's do that now. My Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer is nearly used up, which is really sad, so I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna do a nice bright under eye today. So what did I talk about in my last video? What should I talk about in this video? This is something that I talked about in my last video, and it's really horrible to have to like say this, and I don't particularly want to make a big deal out of it or like talk about it a lot on my channel or anything, because it's really personal, but a few people, you know, were concerned about what I was saying about my grandfather being unwell, and I wanted to give you guys an update on that and say we got some really bad news about that. He got the diagnosis. He has cancer. And it's terminal. And yeah, I really don't want to talk about it because I don't want, you know, it's a real like personal thing for my family. And I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a really obviously uncomfortable and difficult topic for me right now. I'm really upset about it, as you would be. But I will say, yeah, it's, my grandfather has cancer and it's terminal, and that's all I want to say right now. And I want to thank everyone who left me nice messages on my last video and said, you know, nice things about the situation and gave him their best wishes and stuff. I want to thank everyone who did that, because that was really nice of you guys, and you know, I'm sure he appreciates it that so many people are thinking about him. But, I mean, it's really not easy to deal with news like that, and I've been a little bit worried about going back to university with him being so ill. I'm kind of scared that something's gonna happen while I'm not here, and I do go to university very far away from where I live. I'm just going to prime my eyes with concealer today because I'm not going anywhere, so I don't feel like wearing an eye primer. So yeah, I feel a bit uncomfortable about the fact that I'm going back to university so soon after he got told about everything, but I'm also really looking forward to being back with my housemates, because I miss my house a lot. I've actually just gotten into the whole baking thing. I tried it a couple times before and it like didn't seem to work for me, and then I tried it again recently and I figured out a way that it works really well for me. So I'm using the Collection Sheer Loose powder. I wouldn't say it's like translucent, it's kind of coloured. And what I used to blend in the under eye concealer was this mini Real Techniques sponge, and it has like a flat edge. So I'm taking the powder on the flat edge to create a wing, and I'm going to leave the bake on while I do my eyeshadow so that it will pick up any fallout, and also to create a nice sharp edge. I'm almost going to bake around my nose. But yeah, I'm super excited to be going back to university actually. I'm moving in like 2 weeks or something along those lines. We've got a really nice house this year as well, which is awesome. I just can't wait to like be back in Exeter, honestly. I don't know if anyone else feels this way about the place that they go to university, but Exeter's just my favourite place in the world, really, and I'm super excited. Every time I'm away from Exeter I feel really sad. I look ridiculous with baking. I'm also going to bake on my chin because my chin gets super, super shiny lately. And then just press the excess powder to set the centre of my forehead. But Exeter really is just my favourite place in the world. Like, I feel bad for people who don't like the place they go to university. I got powder everywhere. All in my drawer. Well done with that. Yeah, I feel so bad for people who don't like the place they go to university. Like, it makes me really sad that people don't enjoy, you know, where they live for a large portion of the year. I need to go up slightly. So I'm going to do my eyes now while this bakes, because this will help to catch any fallout. And like I said, I'm going for a sunsetty look today, so the first shade I'm going to take is Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek to set down the concealer and act as a transition shade, because this is like a warmish, tannish colour. But other than going back to uni and stuff, I am super excited to go to Thailand. I'm going to Thailand a week from when I'm filming this. It'll be a week yesterday from when I'm filming this that I'll be going to Thailand. And I'm super excited. I've never been outside of Europe before, so it's like such a cool experience for me to be able to have. I'm going to take one more Makeup Geek shade, which is Creme Brulee, and I'm just going to use that as a transition shade as well. So we're going to be in Bangkok for the first day, and then we're going to Koh Samui for 3 days, and then Hua Hin for 3 days, and then back to Bangkok to fly home. Clean off my brush and use the same brush to blend. Fucking hell, why do I have the hiccups? So yeah, I've never been to anywhere other than like European countries and stuff. I went to Finland earlier in the summer, which was really, really cool. I've been to Finland so many times. I've been going to Finland for like 10 years maybe? I just really love Finland. And being in Finland's always so great because my youngest sister, she is turning 1 in September, and then my older youngest sister, she's just turned 5. So it's really exciting to get to visit them because I just don't see them very much. For the next crease shade, I'm going to mix this orange with this brownie orange to create the orangey sunset vibes. I'm gonna use an angled fluffy brush to do that. But being in Finland is just so lovely. It's such a great country, and I really enjoyed filming the stuff for the travel vlog that I made. My dad actually commented on it and said he really liked it as well, so thanks, Dad. I'm definitely gonna film another kind of travel video while I'm in Thailand, but I'm not taking my big camera to Thailand, so I'll film it on my phone, which means it won't be as good quality, but I just want to film one because I really enjoy filming scenery and travel related stuff. I want my channel to be more than just beauty related content, you know, so I'm just gonna take a white and blend out the edges to soften the colour. I've been thinking a lot about spirituality. I know I said in my last video that I was, you know, trying to find some kind of belief system that I enjoyed, and I haven't found any specific, you know, one specific set of beliefs that I really 100% believe in. But I have been doing a lot of meditation, which has been really fun. I actually really enjoy meditating. I find it really relaxing. And I've also been doing a lot of yoga, which I've also mentioned a little bit on my channel. I love yoga so much. I do it every single day now. Like, if I don't do yoga, I don't sleep at night, basically. I think I said what palette this was, by the way. It's the Neutrals versus Neutrals palette by Makeup Revolution. And I'm going to take now this, like, berry red shade on a pencil brush and just do the outer crease with that. But yeah, I haven't found one belief system that I really can say, like, yes, I am now a blank. But I've been reading up about a load of different religions just because I felt like doing it. I felt like it was a fun thing to do. And the religion that I really enjoy the most at the moment is the Hare Krishna movement. Because I just find it really interesting. And I watch a lot of YouTubers who kind of are involved in the Hare Krishna movement, even if they don't necessarily outright say that they are part of the religion or whatever. Specifically people like Dakota Wint, who, by the way, if he ever watches my channel, I'm literally in love with him. And I've said this many a time, but I really, really like Dakota Wint and think he's a really cool person and want to be friends with him. But I've also been getting into a lot more YouTubers who aren't just beauty based. My phone. It was my dad. Was my dad wanting to Skype? I'm always out of frame. I've been trying to get into more YouTubers who have a wide variety of content as opposed to just beauty stuff, which is generally what I watch. Is a lot of beauty videos because I really enjoy beauty and makeup and all that kind of thing. Like, I find it really, really fun. But I also wanted to get into kind of, yeah, more variety and stuff. So I've really been enjoying Stella Rae, Happy Healthy Vegan. Who else do I really like? That vegan couple I've been really enjoying. And Koi Fresco, is that his name? Koi Fresco? Am I making that up? Koi? You know the one I'm talking about. I also really like Dakota Wint at the moment. Just that kind of YouTuber who talks about more than just fashion and stuff. By the way, I'm just going back in with that orange to make sure that there's still a little bit of that peeking through, and also I feel like dragging it into my inner corner a little bit to make it look a bit more high fashion. I'm just taking a very light amount of this. The veganism thing has been going super, super well, by the way. Ever since I came home from Finland, I've eaten 100% vegan. Fuck. The veganism thing's gone really, really well, by the way. Ever since I came back from Finland, I have not eaten anything that wasn't 100% vegan, which is awesome. I'm really proud of myself for that. And I look like a bird. And yeah, I have eaten 100% vegan. I've been really enjoying it as well. Like, I don't find it a restrictive diet at all. And I did make a what I eat in a day vegan video if you guys want to know what kind of things I've been eating, but mostly fruit. I just really love fruit. Like, I really enjoy fruit a lot. So I've been eating a lot of that. And also, I've been finding it super, super easy. I was really bad while I was in Finland, but that was mostly because there was just so many cakes everywhere all the time that I was really, really wanting to eat them. But I've been good. I've been good since I got back. I've been finding it easier. I'm just going to take this Fatale palette by Illamasqua. I got this at TKMaxx, so I don't know if they still sell it on the site or anything. I'm taking the pink and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. I would say if you guys have been thinking about going vegan but you've been really like scared about it, I really wouldn't let yourself worry about it too much. It's been super easy for me. I feel like it might be harder for someone who wasn't already vegetarian to go vegan all in one go, but I feel like if you give up things in small increments, then it takes a lot of the pressure off. I gave up everything all in one go for the most part, apart from like a few times when I didn't have any other option or there was no other food in the house. But I also read that one way to help you go vegan is actually to give up dairy products first before you even give up meat, because apparently dairy products have an ingredient that's addictive, like a drug. So I've heard that's one way of kind of ensuring that you will actually stick to a vegan diet. I feel like I want to darken up the look just ever so slightly, so I'm going to take this kind of purpley brown colour on a really small pencil brush, and I'm just going to kind of pack this into the outer V and kind of drag it onto the lash line slightly. But I just feel like every time I have a craving for something that isn't vegan, I actually feel really guilty because I went vegan mostly for ethical reasons, and every single time I think to myself, oh, but I really, really want like pizza with cheese, and like I really want to eat some chocolate that's not vegan or whatever, I just think to myself about the animals that were like hurt in order for that food to be made, and I don't want to, I genuinely don't want to eat it anymore. So that really, really works for me. Alright, I'm going to just blend that in. So that's one like huge trick for me, is just reminding yourself every single day of the reasons that you went vegan in the first place. As you can see, a lot of the bake has really Where's the brush I'm looking for? So as you can see, a lot of the bake has absorbed into my skin, and it's also caught quite a lot of that fallout. So I'm taking an illuminating powder on a brush. It's not cruelty free, which is why I'm not mentioning it specifically. And I'm going to blend in and blend away all of that powder. I find by using a finely milled illuminating powder when I'm wiping away the excess product that it really helps to give that really smooth finish. Do I need to put a light on? Is that better or worse? I can't really tell. Better, worse, better, worse. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I may regret this. I'm gonna finish up the eyes by taking the purple from this Vital palette on my inner corner. And to do that, what am I gonna use to do that? I'm gonna use a really dense packing brush to do that. This purple is gonna really tie together the whole like sunset, sunrise thing. Oh, just drop it all over my face, that's fine. I'm going to really bring it into the inner corner of the eye, of the lower lash line as well. I just feel like I get in such a rut with how I look, and I feel really uncomfortable with the way I look. And doing kind of really out there makeup looks kind of helps me in order to make me feel like I can change my identity if I want to. Is that really stupid? I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about how I don't really feel like I have one identity. Like, you know, you see people and they always look the same. Like, they have a clearly defined look and a clearly defined identity through their clothes and makeup. Well, I don't feel like I have that necessarily. And I feel like that's okay, and I keep reminding myself that that's okay, and that actually I really enjoy being able to change who I am. And one of the ways that people can change who they are, or at least how others perceive them, is through beauty and makeup, as well as obviously like fashion and stuff. I'm gonna take another packing brush and I'm gonna revamp up that pink in the just in the centre of my lid. So I'm still watching the X-Files. I know, it's been a million years. Oh dear. I know it's been a million years since I started watching the X-Files. We're on like season 4 or season 5. Oh my god, Fallout. I can't remember which exactly, but it's getting so good. I feel like X-Files is a show that I was familiar with and like a show that I'd seen before, but never in its entirety, and watching it all the way through from the beginning in its entirety is making me notice so much stuff that I didn't notice when I was just a casual viewer of it. I use a fan brush to flick away this fallout. Hooray! What is this like dark patch? To finish up the eyes, I am going to take these two crease colours again. I'm going to take them in a really big radius and join them up to the wing that I've done on the outer corner of my eyeball. I'm so terrified about going back to university for my 3rd year though. Like, I know I was saying earlier that I'm so excited, and I am. I'm so excited to like be back in Exeter because I just love it so much. Like I said, I feel so sorry for people who hate the place they chose to go to uni because I do not relate. But yeah, I just love Exeter so much. But I must admit, the thought of being in my final year is mildly terrifying to me. I'm going to take the darkest shade again, just on the outer edge of my eye, lower lash line. But I have picked my topic for my dissertation and stuff, so at least I'm feeling mildly prepared. If anyone's interested, I have tweeted about it a little bit, so I'm sure some people can guess what I'm doing my dissertation on. But I'm doing my dissertation, hopefully, unless they tell me I can't, on the queerification of villains in children's and adult action cinema. So I'm basically writing about how the villain is almost always queer-coded, and the negative impacts that that has on the LGBT community, because I really enjoy doing essays and stuff on queer coding, so I feel like it's going to be a really fun topic to do an essay on. I'm kind of excited. For my waterline, I'm going to use the same thing that I used in the last deep chit chat, which was Illamasqua Dab Cream Pigment, because I feel like the purple will just tie in to that inner corner, and I might layer on the eyeshadow that I use in my inner corner as well, just to make it even more purple. So if you guys have any examples of queer coding of villains that you've noticed, then please let me know. I've got the main films I want to talk about down, like a lot of Disney films, obviously Hercules and Aladdin and stuff have quite queer coded bad guys, and Powerpuff Girls is another huge one obviously, but I'd like to see some more obscure examples. I've got a couple of examples from Hitchcock as well. Obviously Norman Bates in Psycho is massively queer coded, but I want to see what you guys have noticed, because I do feel like people notice it more than they realise, or at least when people are told that queer coding is a thing, they'll notice it in villains more than they did before. Because I know that as soon as I heard about the concept of it, I was like, oh shit, like everything is queer coded, do you know what I mean? I'm going to put that purple eyeshadow as well on my waterline. Obviously also going to be talking about stuff like Buffalo Bill, the bad guy from The Fifth Element. Quite a few films have extremely queer coded villains, and obviously that has such a negative impact, but at the same time it's really fun. Something that I didn't know that I discovered in my research that's so cool is that Ursula from The Little Mermaid is based off of Divine, the drag queen Divine. I had no idea. I legitimately had no idea that that's who she was modelled off, but now that I know, it makes perfect sense. Has anyone seen Pink Flamingos? It's so strange. I'm also just going to pop a little bit more of the purple into that inner corner, just to ensure that it doesn't get lost. What's your guys' favourite cult movies as well? I love knowing what people's favourite films are, especially like weird cult films and stuff that people are really into. I just love knowing. So what's your guys' favourite cult movie? Please let me know down in the comments. I'm going to zoom out now. The last thing to do for eyes is mascara, so I'm going to do that real quick off camera, and then I'll be back to chat to you guys some more. I feel like doing some cream contouring, so I'm going to take this cream contouring stick that's not cruelty free, so don't buy it, and I'm going to chisel out them cheekbones. I feel like I might try this brush. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm thinking more about what I was speaking about in my first video, where I was talking about feeling conflicted about makeup because beauty is inherently an evil industry, like the beauty industry is inherently a bad thing. And I still feel incredibly conflicted about it, and I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on it, because I'm sure I'm not the only person who feels conflicted by it, because I'm someone who really loves fashion and makeup and the whole business of contouring and so. And just experimenting with beauty looks like this is so fun, and it's so not conventionally beautiful, and I feel like, is beauty only acceptable when it's non-conventional beauty? Is it only acceptable when it's non-conventional? Like, is that the only time when people can be like, well, yeah, you're not abiding by beauty standards, and every other time you are abiding by beauty standards, which makes it evil? I don't think that is it, but I feel like that's how I feel people think about it. I don't really know. There's no right or wrong way to do your makeup, obviously, and I would never ever think that, but I feel like maybe not abiding to beauty standards is a way out of feeding into it, although you're still buying products from an industry that tells women that they need to look a certain way and stuff. I think now I might put a light on. That contour though. What I'm gonna do actually, because I feel like being super extra, I'm actually gonna bake under my contour to make it look super chiseled. Because I can. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to blend it in the first place because I'm fucking lazy. I actually feel like maybe the answer to what I was just talking about isn't doing makeup in a way that doesn't fit beauty standards, or only doing your makeup in a way that isn't conventionally attractive or whatever. I actually think maybe the answer might be examining the reasons that you're doing makeup and examining the reasons that you feel like wearing makeup, or the reasons that you're putting it on and stuff, because I feel like maybe if you are doing makeup for the right reasons, then you're not letting the industry torture you. I don't know a better way of putting it. Not torture, that's like a really harsh way of saying that. But you know what I mean? Like you're not feeding into it, you're not agreeing with the standards and stuff. And maybe wearing makeup for your own reasons is the way out of just being porn. I don't know. Like I said, I have very conflicting views on makeup myself, so apply Becca Flower Child blush because it goes with everything. What?
I've just had a message, they've offered me the job.
Oh, already?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they would. Otherwise they wouldn't have told you to apply for it. Are you going to take it?
Well, I need to think about it because I need to get another job.
I'm going to wipe off the bake under my contour. I'm also going to blend in that blush because I applied too much. Why? You know I'm filming. What are you doing? Okay. So I want to do a series. I've been talking about doing this series on my channel for like ever, as in I've been talking to my friends and stuff about doing it forever. A series where I do a makeup look inspired by each Harry Potter house. I feel like it could be super fun, and I was talking to my friend Ollie about it a while ago, and he was saying that the look for Hufflepuff should just be a paper bag on my head. And I was like, oh, that's so mean, leave Hufflepuff alone. I'm not a Hufflepuff though, I'm a Ravenclaw. I've been like thinking of looks that I could do for each house, like colour schemes for one thing, that's kind of obvious, like house colours, but also, you know, like shapes of eyeshadow and stuff that I think would look the best with each house and stuff. So I've been thinking about it. It's going to be coming, but probably not till after I have been at uni for a little while. I'm going to take a very tiny amount of bronzer and I'm going to place it where my freckles are, because I'm going to be drawing in some fake freckles because I feel like it, so why the fuck not? So just kind of here, extremely lightly. I love putting bronzer on my nose anyway, actually. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have bronzer on my nose all the time. What should I use to highlight? Since I've got the purple highlight going on my eyeballs, do you think I could get away with using this eyeshadow as a highlight? Maybe like if I just put a teeny tiny bit on the brush. Maybe too much? It's gonna be too much. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of that purple eyeshadow then as a highlight, just to tie in with the inner corner highlight. Can you guys let me know down in the comments some recommendations for really good vegan YouTubers? Because the thing with vegan YouTubers sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, is a lot of them are very controversial. I don't necessarily want to support people who are super controversial. I'm also going to go over the top of that with the purple highlight from the Sleek palette, by the way, just because I want more highlight than I have. And so I'd like to find some more YouTubers who are vegan and who support a vegan lifestyle, but also aren't, you know, aren't racist and don't have a ton of scandal behind them and all that kind of thing, aren't like super controversial. And here's the thing, I don't mind a little bit of controversy. Like, I quite like Fruity the Banana Girl. I know, really controversial opinion. I think Fruity the Banana Girl is quite cool, actually, and I don't think that she's a bitch like everyone says she is. Durian Rider, on the other hand, I don't really like Durian Rider, and my guilty pleasure vegan YouTuber, who I think is really smart and really informed, is Vegan Gains. I think that he's a genius, but I also think that he says some really, really sexist stuff sometimes, and he's very, like, anti-feminist. So he's like my guilty pleasure viewing watch, but I do disagree with him on a lot of, like, other issues. So I'd like to find some YouTubers who I don't disagree with so much who are vegans. My favourite vegan YouTubers at the moment are definitely a Happy Healthy Vegan. I think Happy Healthy Vegan are, like, really, really cool, and I kind of want to be friends with them. But I'd like to find some more vegan YouTubers that are interesting and cool. Before I move on to lips, mostly because I don't know what lip colour I want to do yet, I'm going to do the freckles. So I already placed some bronzer in the area, and how I've been doing fake freckles is using an eyebrow product. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power, which is the eyebrow product that I use most of the time. Now, I know that fake freckles are a really, like, controversial thing in themselves. Like, I'm aware of this. People don't like fake freckles, okay? Here's the thing, is I have freckles naturally. Like, I actually have a lot of freckles naturally. But I wear makeup over them, so you can't see them anymore. I'm also going to draw in on top of my moles, because they always get hidden. My freckles are mostly in this area, which means they get covered by blush, bronzer, highlight, concealer, all sorts of stuff. So I just kind of draw in over where they are and add to the ones that get covered up and stuff. And I'm just kind of drawing them in irregular patterns and irregular shapes. My freckles kind of go like this, and then they stop here, and then they reappear. So that's how I draw mine in, because that's how my freckles naturally look. And I think freckles look really, really cute in the summer, so I ain't opposed to fake freckles. I think it's just a case of, like, you always want what you can't have. Like, the reason people want to draw in fake freckles but people with actual freckles are like, you're fucking crazy, is because you always want what you can't have. It's like, I spent my whole life wishing I had straight hair, and now that I'm older I love the fact that I have curly hair, and I feel like that's like the thing. That's the thing. To blend in the little fake freckles, I don't know if you can see them, I'm just going to take the sponge that I use for my foundation, and I'm going to press it over the areas where I put them in. And I do recommend doing this on top of, like, blush and highlight and stuff, just because A, using a sponge will help to kind of make the products on your cheeks look more subtle, and B, then you can actually see them, whereas if you put them on top of your foundation and under blush and highlight, you won't be able to see them, and then what's the point? And I've just fucked up the foundation on my nose. What the fuck? Didn't even put powder here. What's going on? So that's the eyeshadow look finished. The skin finished. I don't know if you can see those little fake freckles. Oh, what am I doing? The last step is a lipstick. And I'm feeling like, because my eyes are so bold, I should just go bold on the lips as well, since I did that in my last video too, and this is clearly a running theme. I feel like a nude would look really nice, but I feel like going for an orange because I fucking can. I also used a NYX Liquid Suede in my last video as well, so we're sticking to a theme of the kind of products that I'm using too. I might do like an orange to peach thing, I'm not sure yet. I have such an uneven top lip, it's so annoying. That's the thing though, does anyone else get so annoyed by, like, little teeny tiny things in their body that, like, no one else would ever notice? Like, I get so annoyed that my top lip is so uneven and my bottom lip is so uneven, but no one would ever, like, fucking notice that my lips are slightly fuller on one side than the other. Like, who's that close to my face? It's like when people are like, oh yeah, I have one good eyebrow and one bad eyebrow. Who notices that shit other than you? We're just so, like, hyper aware of our own bodies, which makes me sad, because women especially have just been, like, told to feel so insecure. That's our, like, natural state. And finding confidence again can be so fucking difficult after being told to hate your body for the past, like, 10 years. Okay, my lips look literally neon. So that is the finished makeup look. I don't know if you can see. The eyes look so pretty! I'm really proud of the eyes, actually. I think they look really high fashion, sunsetty, everything I wanted this look to come out like. And it looks really good with the hot lips, like the hot orange lips. I feel like I look summer ready, even though it's nearly the end of August. You guys should definitely let me know what you want me to talk about and what kind of looks you want to see in my next deep chit chat get ready with me video. If you have any requests of topics you'd like me to talk about next time, or colour schemes, or maybe even editorial looks or runway looks that you've seen that you'd like me to play around with, then please let me know. This is a really fun series. I've been really enjoying talking to you guys and just opening up and spewing my guts out. It's like journaling but to a camera, which I guess is what vlogging was initially designed for anyway, and what vlogging was in its original form back when I was watching Amazing Phil in like 2008 and stuff. If you guys like deep chit chat get ready with me's, or if you guys like this look, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr or Instagram, they'll all be linked down in the description, along with everything that I'm wearing and all the products that I used that are cruelty free. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!